Morning, Cancer. How are you? Welcome to your morning musing. I hope this finds you well. Before I start, I'm just going to give you the same little message I gave Taurus and Gemini, that the way the YouTube algorithm works is that if a video doesn't get views, then that video is not shown or suggested or recommended. It doesn't pop up anywhere, come in anyone's feed. But what I've been learning since I started the morning musings is that not only will they not show that video, they won't show any other videos. So I've been really suffering since I started these around the first of the year. The channel's kind of tanking a bit. And my views are down, and therefore my subscribers are down. I'm losing subscribers. So I'd really love to keep doing these morning musings. You all seem to really enjoy them. Please watch them. Please let them play all the way through. Even if you don't like it, turn the volume off. Like them, click the like, share them, subscribe. If you subscribe when this reading is playing, if you haven't already subscribed, it also lifts it in the algorithms. Taurus and Gemini blew out all the stops with this little request and really put the last two videos plus the full spreads later in the day over the top. So thank you for that to Taurus and Gemini and anyone who may be here that may have watched those. So come on, Cancer, let's do this together so that I can keep offering the morning musings. I love you. All right, I'm going to pick one card here from, this is numerology guidance. Let's see what message wants to come through for you. As you know, these are tiny little readings. If you're new to the channel, this is not in place of the fuller spread. That will be out later today. This is just my little morning process. I pull some cards and I just kind of muse about the energies that are coming through. And about 75 to 80% of the time, what comes out in the morning spreads often shows up in the afternoon spreads. So, and in the event that it doesn't, it's just casting a wider net so more people can get the messages that they need. So that's what the little musings are about. Like a little birdie on my shoulder, you get to see the behind the scenes. Oh, wow, Cancer. What a beautiful card. 1 and 6 is 7. Rebirth. My goodness, what a way to kick off your reading, huh? Let me go ahead and read about it. That is powerful. I love this numerology for you. It says, this card, as you might expect, Cancer, indicates a time of major transition and transformation that will result in significant personal growth. By drawing this card, you have entered a period of spiritual awakening and rebirth, where you have the opportunity to align with your higher self and the overarching principles that guide you. This is where you surrender to the changes around you and prepare to be the best you can be. You are being encouraged to trust and believe that a magical future awaits, but first you need to let go of the old in order to experience the new. Take time to reevaluate your core values and re-examine your life. Then eliminate any superficial foundations that do not align with your higher self and your dreams. This is a time to recognize and rise above any ego-based thoughts and behaviors, for humility and authenticity are the keys to your success. Wow. This is wonderful. So you're getting the feeling a little bit of the death card, right? That Scorpio energy. Cancer, you understand what I'm talking about when I mention that. Scorpio tends to show up in the Cancer readings, as does Pisces. In fact, that's been sort of a pattern for the water signs. Lots of dual water sign connections come through. So we'll see what happens. And let's take a quick look at your connection. And don't forget, make sure you have the little bell. Click the little notification bell so you don't miss the full spread later on this afternoon. Wow. This card has now come through from 3 different decks, 3 different times as the anchor card. That is the Sun. Leo energy. The Sun is a card of happiness and bliss. It is also protection. It is also our conscious awareness. So think about this. Think about what that Sun represents for you in terms of rebirth. We've got even the little baby on horseback, right? Safe and protected in his total vulnerability, unaware of and unafraid of the harsh realities that wait outside the stone wall behind him. So think about this card and what it means to you just on a personal level. But in terms of a twin flame soulmate spread, the Sun to me is the ultimate happiness. To me, it's even better than the Ten of Cups. It's also Leo, as I said. For some of you, that will be important. Now, here's the situation, issue, or energy that's been something of a focus. Four of Cups. Maybe some measure of detachment on an emotional level. Maybe feeling friend-zoned, or as if somebody is just not seeing. See this little spiritual angel dropping, and that is Spirit bringing in the Ace of Cups. I know it's hard to see because everything's so gold here, but that's the Ace of Cups, and this person's just not even paying attention to it. So there may be some emotional detachment that's been a focus. Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh, this came out, all these cards came out for another spread, for another reading. I want to say Gemini. Gemini had some of this. Ace of Wands is the block, the challenge, or the dynamic. And the Ace of Wands represents that sort of ignition point, the lighting, the reigniting of a torch of passion, a flame of creativity, of inspired passion. So we'll have to pull some clarifiers for that. Wow, what can you expect to come of it, or what can you do about it? This is the Ten of Swords. This is good in the future spot because it means, to me, I'm seeing that this may be the dynamic between you. There may be a lot of passion, and the Four of Cups may have felt like a rejection, Cancer, and then in the future it's like the end of the painful, the end of the pain of the past. Ten of Swords. So I will clarify it now. Let me make sure I have it right. Oh, I'm going to pull this up just a little bit. I want you to be able to see everything. I'm still getting used to camera angles. Thanks for your patience. So let's see. The Sun is the anchor card. The thread of happiness, ultimate happiness, joy, bliss, running through this entire spread. Boom. New beginning. Just going to let you sit and stare at this gorgeousness right here. See? You're getting some visual representation, some symbolic representation here. New beginnings here on this earthly plane at 3D. You walk through that little gate and you're in Ten of Pentacles land. Something very powerful is happening for you here, Cancer. There has been a transformation for sure. It may be ongoing, but this is the new beginning that awaits you. That's why the Ten of Swords is so important. Four of Cups. Now this is an issue, a situation, or an energy that has either requires your focus or has been dogging the connection on some level. Yes. See? Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. So there's been some rejection. Maybe ghosting here. I'm not feeling just emotional detachment. I'm feeling a sense of instability, of feeling left out in the cold, forsaken, rejected, abandoned. Oh my. So this is what's been going on for you, if that is something you can relate to. Because somebody's being complacent. Nine of Cups. So normally the Nine of Cups is a card of contentment, emotional contentment, sometimes wish fulfillment. You can see he's kind of sitting there looking real pleased with himself. But it's oftentimes a representation of someone who says, well, if this is as good as it gets, I'm okay with that. I don't need to work any harder. I don't need to push for that Ten of Cups. And so I often feel that when it shows up clarifying some difficult energies, it's because there's complacency. Somebody's settling for something. So give that a think. What might be something that you or your divine counterpart is settling for? Underneath we have, right, look at the fear here with the Ace of Cups. So I'm going to take these two because we've got the Moon and the Ace of Cups. Now this, the Sun, if the Sun is your conscious awareness, the Moon is your unconscious awareness. And it's out, and when things are outside of conscious awareness, they kind of bubble up and they get at our insecurities. They prey on our insecurities. When we're in the Moon energy, we're usually operating from fear, apprehension, uncertainty. And here's that Ace of Cups. So remember when I said that this Ace of Cups wasn't even being seen? It's being offered by Spirit. It's not even being seen. You see how all these cards now make sense? Somebody's being complacent, not receiving the Ace of Cups, and underneath, that's what your fear is. That this once-in-a-lifetime love is not going to be received. Ooh, I'm feeling the heaviness of it, Cancer. I am feeling the heaviness of that. So now the Ace of Wands, a block, a challenge, or a dynamic. The Ace is of Wands. I know that in this deck it kind of looks like a hellscape, but it's really not. It's usually something very exciting. Really, it's about that that action step. That Ace of Wands is whatever it takes to kind of propel you forward and initiate passionate action. Whoop. Yeah, Five of Swords, no bueno. So the Five of Swords on that and the Six of Pentacles. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. And here's the wheel. Great. So on some level underneath, I feel as if fate and destiny are stepping in. It's underneath, it's outside of conscious awareness, it's kind of running in the background like it would on a computer. So I'm just going to set this aside for a moment and talk about the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands with the Five of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity, things being equal. Equal give and take, something beneficial to both parties. The Five of Swords is the opposite. The Five of Swords is I'm out for myself. Winner takes all. Zero-sum game. So the energy of this card is someone who seeks their own self-interest, where this card is more of that energy of what's good for me, what's good for you, how do we make things not just reciprocal but equitable. And the Ace of Wands is the impetus for that. So it's almost as if the Ace of Wands is you're being handed this gift of inspired passion to take action to clear up this imbalance. Fives are imbalance, sixes are balance. So this is your challenge. I don't see it as a block. I see it as a challenge because we have the wheel underneath. And the wheel, Sagittarian energy, Jupiter, expansiveness, right? Good fortune, good luck. Destiny, fate, stepping in. So that's running in the background underneath as you have to kind of work through this challenge, take the initiative of that Ace of Wands to work through this challenge. And what I see coming of it is Ten of Swords. So for some of you, the Ten of Swords is like an end, a permanent end. But I tend to see it as the end of a painful cycle. Because here's your new beginning. Ooh, Ten of Swords with the Two of Swords. Oh, my goodness. Nine of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. And there's your transformation. All right. So I'll talk to this first. Queen of Pentacles with the transformation card of death. Right? Something has to die off before something new can be reborn to take its place. Okay? See the little sun in the background? That's a hint and a nod to this sun here. So I'm feeling all the rebirth, the transformation. The rebirth to me is not just the death card, it's also the judgment card. Just going to say that. So if that comes out later at some point, it'll be interesting. But the Queen of Pentacles is about taking care of yourself here in 3D. Right? Putting your attention and focus. Look at how she's focused on the pentacle. So it's not just about possessions. It's about our health. It's about our stability on a physical level, an emotional level, a spiritual level. So the Queen of Pentacles, I used to say once upon a time, this card is about putting the, you're on the plane, you got to put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you assist others. That's the energy of this card. And this is part of your transformation, knowing what's best for you and taking care of it. You're a queen. Woo! Even if you're a guy, that's okay. But look what we've got here. To wrap up this reading, we have the Two of Swords on top of the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Wands. This card is a perseverance card. This card says, I ain't got much left in the tank, but I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep pushing forward. So what is this person pushing forward for? If this is you, you're pushing forward to kind of get clarity about a decision you have to make. That decision may be an end of the connection totally, right? Whether you're going to step away and put it to bed. This is seeking the clarity. It's about going within, quieting the noise all around you, going within to find the clarity and the truth around the decision, the meaning and the purpose of the decision, and how you're going to proceed. So I feel as if you haven't quite reached your decision yet. Ten of Swords tells you that regardless, we have an end of a painful cycle here, and this tells me you're trying to decide what you're going to do about it, which way you're going to take it. Underneath, transformation, care, self-care, self-nurturance. Okay, so really fabulous read here, Cancer. That is the Scorpio card, that death card. Let me make sure I said that. Sagittarius. The moon is Pisces, so Pisces shows up, and the sun is Leo. So I'll look forward to seeing you later today, Cancer. I hope it's a good one. Take care. Bye.